lights go down, the sirens sound. You know what time it is. The train. You know what time it is. Steel in our veins and fire in our eyes. When chaos rises, we're the last line. Step in the ring, step into the fight. We keep the order on a Friday night. When the crowd gets loud and the tension's high, you know the Guardians have arrived. We are the private security detail. Stand your ground or you will fail. When the storm begins to rise, we bring the thunder to the fight. No fear, no backing down. We run this battlefield of SmackDown. When the warning lights reveal, you face it down. Security detail. Security detail.
Welcome everyone to the SmackDown Security Detail, where we recap an amazing SmackDown that was last week with the addition of Fatal Influence. The big question is, with Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss all failing victim, if they don't get together, will they have made a fatal flaw? My name's Chris Parrish alongside Bubba Duke and Chris Best. Welcome to the episode. And remember, if you're live with us, make sure that you're hitting that follow, subscribe, and or notification bell buttons, all that good stuff to help support us. We are absolutely killing it, over 212 subscribers on YouTube now. And we are 5 followers away on Twitch from our goal of 240. Guys, how are we doing today?
Doing pretty dang good. Looking forward to this episode of SmackDown. And even Bubba's dog is looking forward to this episode of SmackDown too. See, he agrees.
Holy. She literally came over here and barked at me like, it's time. Let's go. Holy.
Has it anything to do with the fact that the big dog, Roman Reigns and Jacob Fought 2, from what happened on Raw, is on our screens? A good old recap, as Jacob Fought 2 is expected to be in the building tonight.
I hope he is. I can't. I'm looking forward to Backlash. To be honest.
Yeah, this championship match is going to be something else.
Did you say 28 days?
No, 8 days.
No.
Oh, 8 days.
8. It's May 9th.
Okay.
Feel free to watch it in 28 days, though. It'll still be on Netflix.
I might be there for this. Oh, we got a tag match coming up tonight.
Yes, a tag team title match as the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Lash Legend, go 2-on-2 with the team of BBP, Brie Bella, and Paige.
You got me with that one. I wasn't expecting it.
Charlotte Flair goes 1-on-1 with JC Jane, and just the absolute push for Fatal Influence as soon as they join SmackDown. You get matches with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair to kick off your SmackDown debut and second show.
Yeah, I get a feeling that this is still all leading to a 6-woman tag. And I'm going to say it's going to be at Backlash.
I have to wonder if this match is designed for Fatal Influence to get the one up on Charlotte Flair, go for that beatdown. Rhea Ripley comes in, makes that save, makes that challenge, and we're off to the races.
Ooh, we got Cody Rhodes coming out to start the show. Where's he headed with his title at this point? Who's next for Cody?
Well, last week he laid out an open challenge to anybody to step up to him, and it could be in this moment that we get an answer because nobody stepped up yet.
Well, we also
Okay.
have to remember we don't know if he's medically cleared to compete just yet. He did
Yeah.
suffer that eye injury. He looks like he's better off this week, as well.
Yeah.
We hope, because that's usually how progress works. But I wouldn't be upset if Randy Orton is still in that title picture.
Okay, so hypothetically speaking, open challenge. I'm Randy Orton. I'm accepting. In the back of my head, there's somebody else that's going to step up and be like, no. You had your chance. It's my time. Who would that person
Well,
be? Who would you pick?
if you want to make a big splash like we got with Fatal Influence last night, Ricky Saints.
I mean, that would.
I would go with Royce Keys.
And I'd be all right with that too.
I'm going to throw it out there. What if this ends up being a special 4-way match for the title? Orton, Cody, Royce, and Saints.
Well, I would throw out another guy before I put in Ricky Saints because I just don't think I'd hotshot him right in the title yet. I was thinking, what about an Ilya Dragunov?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that. Yeah.
And here's the thing too, you don't have to do this at Backlash. You can do it at Saturday night's main event or even Clash in Italy like later on in the month. Yeah,
and I think that's a blessing they have with this month and so many people out with an injury as rumors are going around that Stephanie Vickier might even be out up to 6 weeks with an injury. So the fact that there's multiple shows, you don't have to force people in, whether it's Backlash. You can keep that card pretty small, maybe 5, if possible 6 matches. Do a 4-match card for your Saturday night's main event, and then mimic your match card for or the amount of matches on Backlash at Clash in Italy as well.
There you go. I'm not upset about it. Maybe Ilya is the first one that comes out. Hey, it's my time. I wish he would step up.
And let's not forget the Raw after Mania. It was Cody Rhodes that interrupted CM Punk, and we left with that cliffhanger of whether or not those two would compete for the Undisputed Championship. So CM Punk, who's been also rumored of potentially moving to SmackDown, could very well make his way out tonight.
This is the best part about after WrestleMania, people. Anything is possible until they say rosters are locked down. If they even do that. He's letting us know if he's medically cleared for action.
But I also wanted to emphasize what you're talking about best. We are expected to see the SmackDown debut of one Ricky Saints tonight.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'd be open if you're going to make a big splash on your first SmackDown. This is what you do. Or this is one of the things you could do.
He is cleared for action, people. Which we didn't think he would be. Oh, someone said something to him.
He looks like he has full vision out of that eye.
Right here. Kick in whoever. Is it for real?
I'm also wondering, because we are getting Ricky Saints out right now, could we see another friend of Cody Rhodes in Matt Cardona?
Wow, could you imagine? This would be the time that if you're going to make a charge for the title, this would be the point to make your thoughts and your wants for that title known right now. I think would be the best thing to do.
Well, imagine
that's what I've been saying.
Imagine if Saints, Rhodes, and Cardona form their 3-man group. We've been seeing a lot of 3-people groups lately.
Yes. I'm actually very proud to see this young gentleman in WWE and on the main roster now. I did catch a lot of his work in the previous company. Great athlete, great worker. Looking forward to seeing what he does on SmackDown now.
And probably just a little bit of pride from Cody Rhodes looking at Ricky Saints, as we all know the history of Ricky Saints.
Yeah.
Got in a little bit of trouble as he was in the venue for
Yeah.
WrestleMania 40, watching Cody Rhodes finish that story, as well as also checking on his friend Jade Cargill in her WrestleMania debut.
He's got some good mic skills too. I'll give him that.
And if you wanted a little bit more awareness of their friendship, go check out What Do You Want to Talk About with
Yeah.
Ricky Saints, hosted by Cody Rhodes.
Okay, so we have a new title, Friday Night Saints.
I mean,
It needs a little work, but good try.
Saints usually do better on Sundays.
Yeah.
But not Thursdays or Mondays.
I mean, they're okay. I mean, they didn't get to play much on those days last year.
Oh, throwing a little history out there for him.
Oh, I mean, as they should. If you really want to get people talking, you bring it up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As we get a little bit of memory lane between these two, it'll be very interesting how these two work with each other moving forward.
Right.
Because I wonder if this was the ask of Cody for Ricky Saints to be on SmackDown, and that's why Joe Hendry is on Raw.
Never thought of that. That's a good point. Okay.
And we're getting Ricky Saints and Cody Rhodes tonight.
Oh, let's just do.
Cody just reaffirming that he is easy to find, hard to beat.
I mean,
Just reminding Ricky Saints that talking the talk is one thing, but walking the walk is what champions do.
Yeah.
yeah, couldn't have said it any better. Good to see you, Wade Barrett, on my screen.
As they are now talking about the rival Fatal Influence, let's not forget that they're not the only women who arrived on SmackDown, as we also got that vignette of Blake Monroe, and we did not see that vignette on Raw, so it's pretty now conclusive that SmackDown is going to get a little bit more glamorous. I must say, I'm very happy that they kept the group together.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that happen within WWE. Well, Charlotte Flair all dressed up and ready to go. Uh-oh.
Well, looks like the number advantage might be a little bit more even there, Kathy. We're just giving the multi-time women's champion a math lesson. We got Bobby Stats coming in and said, hello, Chris Bass, Chris Parrish, and Bubba Duke. Welcome, Bobbies. And thanks for joining us on the YouTube side.
Looking forward to this match. How about you guys?
Definitely.
I look forward to it. I look forward to like anything Fatal Influence is about to do now.
Now, even though Charlotte said, "Man, we don't need your help. Three's a crowd," do you think the women's champion is sitting there and just kind of waiting to jump in and help if it comes down to it?
That doesn't sound like the Rhea way. But as SmackDown is going and taking their first break, we might as well do the same as we are near 20 minutes in. We advise you to check out turnbucklestudios.org is the official website for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program and Turnbuckle Studios. So in the case you want to go and check out our beautiful shop, hit a /shop. Also hit a /join if you think content creation is for you, or you think there is something you can do to assist us, whether that's in front of the screen or not. So as we talk about joining on all that good stuff, let's check these ads out.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. There is all the information on how to join us. Click the link, send us your credentials, tell us how you can help us, how we can help you. And of course, head over to our shop powered by Redbubble. Support your favorite shows and your favorite podcasters. All of those proceeds come back into our studios to bring you a better experience.
Oh, OMD, you came in at the right time because we're about to kick off our first match of the night with Charlotte Flair taking on JC Jane. All you did miss was Cody Rhodes started the show only for Ricky Saints to interrupt him, as now those two men will fight later tonight because Cody Rhodes is medically cleared. Bobby, thank you for liking the video on YouTube, and anybody else, if you're watching on the YouTube side, you can do the same. All you have to do is hit that thumbs up, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell button just to alert yourself anytime Turnbuckle Studios is live on your screen. Now, they did not say that this match between Cody and Ricky is for the championship. So we still haven't really answered the question of what's next for Cody and the championship.
No, it gives
Maybe
it
we
kind of
find out in that Ricky Saints match.
It's official now. Tonight, not for the title, just a match. I mean, who knows what's going to happen tonight during that match? You could turn in complete anarchy. Crazy dog.
I'm still wondering if we're going to see Matt Cardona in any of this moving forward.
I would like to.
Yeah.
All right.
So good on your NOM dynamic.
My audio issues are temporarily fixed.
Still getting the heat. Love it.
As Fatal Influence is making their way out, JC Jane is running down the city of Tulsa because, well, why not?
It's actually pretty quiet now.
I like how Charlotte's standing there and is like, just like, yeah, keep talking. I got you.
I mean, you can't stand there and not be confident as Charlotte Flair. Look what you've accomplished in your career. compared to the woman that's standing across the ring from you. You gotta have a little confidence that you're gonna be able to beat this girl. Like,
I mean, let's face it, going into this match, until this moment, Charlotte Flair had the same amount of Royal Rumble wins as JC Jane had matches on SmackDown.
Right?
there you go.
But you definitely got to like the swagger of JC Jane and Fatal Influence, because if you're going to make a statement, you better back it up. And JC Jane definitely backed it up against that in her match against Rhea last week.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting to see how she tests herself against the 14-time women's champion.
Yep. Speaking of that, do we expect Rhea Ripley to make her presence felt in this match or afterwards?
Well,
yes.
Previous to this, she was told they don't need her help. But I still think something's going to happen, and she's going to come out and make the save and say, look, you need me. We need each other. And that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah, literally
more than
right
likely.
before we had that segment.
It's more than likely that after the match, all three members are going to come in and beat down both Charlotte and Alexa. Then we'll see. Once the beating gets to be too bad, we'll see Rhea come out and make the save.
That was so good. It's like I thought of that.
Whoa, okay.
Nice head scissor take over there from JC. Charlotte Flair doing her best Jay Lethal impersonation with the lethal injection into the top rope.
I know prior to Stephanie Vacquier, we were seeing the Devil's Kiss performed by Charlotte. I'm not going to lie. I think I like this move better.
If I seen that creepy little girl standing behind me too, I think I would have screamed like that too. Not gonna lie.
JC begging off from Alexa Bliss, who is just standing there watching, staying out of the way.
The question is, if Alexa Bliss is right there, why aren't we seeing Fallon Henley and Laney Reed kind of do the similar thing to Alexis? Like these are the moments where I'm like, you do have the numbers advantage. Why aren't you using it and making it a little bit more like?
Yeah, they should have come around the other way to kind of push her back into that. Okay, get away from our leader.
Yeah, just go around Alexa, have her kind of feel like she's cornered a little bit. JC Jane can get back up and get back in the ring with a little bit of confidence, because we did get that little pause.
Yeah. Apparently, the dog agreed. I love Charlotte's boots, though. Super colorful, all glittery.
Yeah, that's what I like about this this current iteration of Charlotte is she's wearing a lot more like brighter colors, and she doesn't dress as flashy as like her dad would or anything of that nature. It's just this is a complete departure from that Flair persona with her look.
What was? Oh.
Yeah, I definitely get that feeling that we're kind of in that movement of like working towards establishing new stars on both Raw and SmackDown, just with
Yeah.
just how strong people who are being called up are being looked.
Right?
Yeah, and it's not just Raw and SmackDown, especially with all the debuts that happen on NXT as well. There's a bit of a shift in tides, as it were, that are happening right now in the WWE.
I would agree with that. The best part is it's so seamless. It feels to me like Fatal Influence has been on SmackDown for months now. They just found where they need to go and they're just going with it, and it's working great in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, what better talent to make them look good than Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair right now, and the women's champion? Like, that's quite the feud to be put into right off the hop. Basically, sink or swim. I love the attitude. Wow.
Nice delayed back suplex by Charlotte Flair.
Yep.
That little show of strength walking to the middle of the ring from the corner. That was awesome. Little things like that from Charlotte Flair go a lot farther for me than her using things that her dad did when he was at the top of his game.
And as you say that, we're seeing something that her dad did, the chops.
The chops, yeah. Whoa. It's been a minute since I've seen that myself. All right, gentlemen. My child is calling. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think I remember how to do this.
The air on that cross body.
Right? And JC rolled through it.
I thought she had her on that roll through for a second there.
First, I wasn't sure if the chest of JC Jane was bruised, but it's just the red of her hair.
Now I gotta wonder, after this Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley feud, I wonder where you go with Fatal Influence afterwards.
I think it all depends on how kind of where it takes you. Like, I think that's kind of the right mentality. You gotta wait, see how far it can take you, because if Rhea's a champion and then you switch the title on to, say, a JC Jane, Charlotte always could be that next one in, right?
Yeah. Like, I think you do have to look at Paige and Brie, especially because that was really where this all kicked off. I think you have to look at Nia and Lash.
Well, we are going to get Brie Bella and Paige defend their titles against Lash and Nia tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, so those two teams have got to be watching this match, and I guarantee a Fatal Influence and Charlotte and Alexa will be keeping their close eye on that match as well.
Yeah.
On the tag time match later on.
And there.
We are seeing everything kind of just go wild.
Yep. There is the breakdown and rolling encore from JC Jane.
And there it is. The big win for JC Jane. The use of the number game from the outside.
And
All
this
started
is
with
why
Alan Henley breaking up the figure 8.
Yep.
and this is why they needed Rhea out there. It was like it was as if Rhea knew what was going to happen. By the way, I like when Fallon Henley runs in and pushes the ref away to raise
Yep.
JC's hand.
And there is the beatdown now on Charlotte.
And cue the pop of the night.
Right?
Oh, that was like perfectly timed too. Bobby even come in and said Fallon Henley and Laney Reed probably go after the women's tag team titles.
So I'm going to ask this right now. Do we see this match happening now at Backlash? JC Jane versus Rhea?
I said it's going to be a 6-woman tag at Backlash.
I wouldn't be upset with JC Jane and Rhea at Backlash. I think you can then have it go into a 6-woman tag at Saturday Night's main event.
Because we saw Rhea and Charlotte pre-Survivor Series bury the hatchet that was there between them. Now we've just seen it again. And you can then spin off from that to build to Charlotte and Rhea perhaps at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and just as I thought, Paige doesn't have her side plates yet.
No. Why? I mean, Byron has been doing this for a while. Why is he saying the most generic, wide open questions humanly possible?
Because he's the most generic announcer there is.
Like, he makes you create a wrestler icon guy on the video games look like he has a person. Like, it's like Byron Saxton is so bad he drops titles to vacate. No, we see Weapon Time and Fraxium, and also let's not forget Paul Heyman and Nick Aldis in the back.
Yeah, and it looks like we're getting ourselves a tag team championship match here.
It's almost like the roles are reversed with R-Truth and Damian Priest.
Right?
You have to wonder, as soon as Priest and Truth lose those titles, it has to be because of this confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does that become something that maybe triggers Damian Priest to go and find his darker self again? Like, does he split then from R-Truth? Maybe turn heel?
Well, how dark do you want him to go? Because right now, dark characters aren't lasting very long in WWE.
True.
Mhm.
But I don't think that necessarily turns right out right away. I mean, you have to have something in place because you cannot afford more hits to your tag team division
No, you can't.
Yeah.
on SmackDown.
And does this match now become a spot where we get a new debuting tag team?
Yeah, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe see the MFTs get involved in this tag match and reassert their stuff in the tag team division.
Yeah, because wasn't it just a couple weeks ago where Tamatonga had said we got to get our minds back onto the tag team titles?
Yep.
Well, he said that. Solo has said that. We see a bunch of guys on this Will Be Right Back screen right now. We know that there was a lot of releases this time last week, but where do we go for the Carmelo Hayes, Johnny Gargano's, Candice LeRae's? As the rumors are being thrown out about the contract status of Johnny Gargano and Candice. I'm not going to comment on them because I don't know. It's just speculation at this point. But what do we do with Carmelo Hayes?
I think you have to keep him in the U.S. title picture, and you set up that possible feud with Trick Williams.
You can go that route. I think that maybe this is the time to open that trade portal, move Mello to Raw, let him become Monday Night Mello, maybe let him align with Seth Rollins for the time being. Let him align with the Street Profits to start building up some quality and some momentum for everybody.
But then who is he working against?
Mm-hmm.
You can have him work who's the IC champ, or not? Who's the IC champ? Trick.
You're going to have him and Penta go up against each other?
Yeah.
Two baby faces?
Yeah.
This is where you say one of them's going to turn heel, because this is something you always say.
No, in this situation, I don't think you need that heel turn. I mean, you could have him work against the New Day. You could have him team with Javon against them. There are a lot of different directions you could go with Mello on Raw. But to keep him in and around Trick, Sammy, Dragunov, it's going to get stagnant on SmackDown.
I wouldn't necessarily hate Carmelo and Saints down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I do think you're going to need another heel in that mid-card area on SmackDown. I'm not going back to Miz. I'm not going to go with Kit Wilson, ironically, who are now on our screen.
Free human monies.
Why would he put actual money in there, miss? Oh, dear Lord. See, now, talking about maybe adding another heel into the mid card thing, do you think about turning Mellow heel and pairing him back up with Trick and letting them run as a unit on SmackDown?
I would be good with it, but not right away.
That'd be an interesting boost to the tag team division.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the tag team division, I still kind of think that with this whole Gargano being depressed kind of thing, and we always see him like around, well, Fraxium now. He used to be Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium. Maybe I still kind of think that we're going to see Gargano find himself a new tag team partner to throw his hat in the tag team title picture. But I also wouldn't mind him going into the United States title picture as well.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we get Bubba's thoughts on what we can do with Johnny Gargano?
Put him back on NXT. He seems happier there. There seems to be stuff for him to do. Go back to NXT for a bit. It's been a minute since we've seen these two gentlemen wrestle.
They were down in AAA for the last little while.
Yeah.
That's good. I bet you they did really good down there.
Oh yeah, they put on some pretty fantastic tag matches down there. And that's where the War Raiders are right now.
Yep.
See, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them on SmackDown. Quick.
The War
Yeah.
Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a team that I would turn heel and pair with Drew McIntyre.
I wouldn't even be upset if you have the War Raiders come in as a heel group, and that's who Johnny Gargano goes with.
And that's the interesting thing, because right now the War Raiders are heels in AAA.
Yeah, they're doing phenomenal down there too, from what I hear.
Oh yeah.
So,
But as we see, if you're a heel in AAA, doesn't mean you're a heel on the main roster. Thanks, Grande Americanos, for screwing that logic up.
You can say the same thing for Dom too.
I don't boo him anyway.
holy.
I know we say this week in, week out, but with R-Truth's age, it amazes me that he still works the way he did like 25 years ago.
Well, it was AJ Styles that did say over time you have to learn to adapt, as your body just will not work the way it used to. Whether that's changing a move from here and there or changing the way you go about it, something has to adapt, or else your body will not stay.
You suggested it about Rey Mysterio the other night and him bulking down and changing his diet to allow for that.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, over in New Japan, for instance, we see guys like Murder Grandpa, who's definitely in his 60s still going. It's because of exactly what you guys had said. They change up their moves, and they figure out what works for them now versus what works for them then.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, like making sure you're preventing getting like seriously injured or getting that right treatment. I think rest definitely allows that. This schedule that WWE now has is a lot more beneficial for long-term careers opposed to what we saw in the mid 90s to mid 2000s.
Yeah. Where they were, no word of a lie, on the road 300 days out of the year.
I do wonder if there is going to be a time where Axiom does lose that mask.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Well, I say that because with the addition of all the luchadors that you do have who do wear masks, now that you have the Penta, the Rey Phoenixes, the Dragon Lees, Rey Mysterios on your roster, you're not in desperate need of masked superstars like you were when Axiom first donned it.
Yeah, but it's kind of grown on me.
Oh, I'm not saying do it now, but I do think it would definitely add to the chemistry of this tag team because it does look still a little weird when you see one masked guy and one non-masked guy.
And you got to remember, I mean, when Axiom first debuted in NXT UK, he was not a masked wrestler.
He wasn't even named Axiom then.
No, he was not. He donned the mask when he became Axiom.
Yeah, he was working as a kid at that time.
But now he's an adult.
Yep. hence the mask.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Beautiful dropkick. We'll let everybody know at the conclusion of this match, we will be playing our weekly calendar. So if you're looking at potentially topping up on a drink or even doing something real quick, that will be a great time for you. Now, it does beg the question. This is another babyface on babyface tag team. Great for the one-offs and the competition factor, but over time, we're going to need some feuds for Priest and R-Truth before we really take their title run seriously. Bobby Sat's coming in, too, with a very interesting one. How about Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae go down to Triple A and go after the mixed tag team championships?
I like that idea.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And then
they'd
that
have to
does
contest with Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice.
And then that allows them to carry it over, as Bubba suggested, to NXT as well.
He also suggests if you move Carmelo Hayes to Raw, him and Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Wow. That was messy.
Yeah, it's just a double shot block. I think I was expecting a double flapjack, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the flapjacks. Yeah, that would have been really cool.
I really wouldn't mind seeing Damian Priest ditch the singlet top.
Yeah.
I mean, he used to wear that, or he started wearing that when he was really bulked out, and now he's not so bulked out. So yeah, I think he can drop that.
Well, I mean, I think too one of his biggest inspirations was Big Daddy Cool Diesel, aka Kevin Nash. I think that this is the tribute because he definitely loved him, Scott Hall, and the Undertaker. So I think the purple's for Undertaker. the gear is inspired by the Outsiders.
Yeah, and if you look at Damian Priest's repertoire, he's got a version of Old School that he does
Yeah.
as a tribute to Taker as well.
And does the Razor's Edge.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, here comes just the fast pace.
Holy.
Attack.
Yeah, Fraxium just really brought the pace up there.
I mean, over time, I do think like we're going to get a tag team title run out of Fraxium because they do give me a lot of London Kendrick vibes.
Yeah.
Wow. Just boots him into the pin. Holy. Uh-oh.
You got to admire the tenacity of Fraxium to do whatever it takes to make sure both Truth and Priest stay down. But
yeah,
they've done fired up the big man now, though.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That was huge.
Frazier just bounced.
In my life.
Frazier showing Javon Evans that he might be the bouncy one in WWE.
Wow.
Wow. Priest with that pure dominance there at the end to pick up the win.
And I do love the fact that that's what we're kind of getting out of this tag team, getting a little bit more of that dominance from Damian Priest. He kind of lost that edge after the Drew McIntyre feud in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting that Priest that's just he's just hungry for competition.
But if you're hungry for content, make sure you're checking out turnbucklestudios.org/shows because we got everything during the week, Sunday all the way to Saturday. We got a little bit of appetite for your content creation destruction.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays, we roam the jungle with the Boar's Nest at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap Delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. That is our weekly calendar of events, something for you each and every night of the week. And we want you to watch those shows on repeat and meet the team. Chris Parrish, Chris Best, Bubba Duke, myself, Logan Thompson, and the Godfather, Carl Carafel. Head over to the show section and even the host section. Click on our individual links, get our socials, and watch our latest weekly live episodic programs. Something for you there each and every night. All of that and more, turnbucklestudios.org.
Yeah, I think we got our answer for who the Truth and Priest tag team feud is going to be when Talatonga shows up and attacks everybody.
Yeah, that was pretty epic.
But Talatonga cannot be the tag team champion by himself.
But Solo
He's
showed up
big enough.
beside him.
What happens if he says,
We've had
I am
one-
the tag team champions?
That's exactly where I was going.
We've had one person tag team champions before.
So many jokes can be made, but Solo Sikoa is also there. And
Yeah.
Needless to say, I think it's definitely in the crossfires. The MFTs are looking for gold once again in the tag team department.
All right, gentlemen, if you will excuse me for just a moment.
Okay. He's gonna take a poop. Yeah. But yeah, no, nonetheless. I mean, do we think it's gonna be Solo and Tala, or do we think it's gonna be two other people of MFTs that go after Priest and R-Truth?
That's the
I think it's
interesting
gonna be
question
Solo.
there.
But yeah, it's like Bess just said, it's interesting. That could go any way, really, if you think about it.
I
Just
mean,
how many members the
Five.
family tree do we have? We have like 5 of them, 4 of them.
Yeah,
5.
5.
5. Pick 2, like really.
Well, the funny thing is, I was thinking about like this as you're talking. I'm like, you can even start off with Solo and Tala and say that doesn't work. Maybe go to Tama and Tonga afterwards. And then if that doesn't work, go back to Solo and JC Mateo.
What if that don't work?
Well, you can
Or
just-
you just do the Freebird rule with all 5 of them.
that might be overkill. just a little bit.
Well, you did we haven't seen the Freebird rule in the WWE in almost 20 years.
It's been a hot minute.
The last team to do it was the Spirit Squad.
But the New Day did it.
Oh. I don't remember half of the New Day's runs.
Well, I remember their tag team title defenses, and they definitely had some.
Yeah, they switched it up a couple times.
I think they were the ones that actually officially brought it back.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 20 years since a 5-person team had done it.
Look who's still in the ring.
We got Solo and the guy who has yet to. Oh, there we go. I saw him blinking. Talatonga. There we go. He's human. He's not a robot. I mean, he's making Stoic look mobile right now. I mean, yeah, to be fair, we got Jacob Fatu did take some shots on the other 3 members. Let's see what Solo has to say. Thank you, Bobby, for those kind words. Definitely appreciate it. I mean, the way this family's going, we might as well have a third brand and just call it the Samoan brand.
The island of relevancy. Right, Big Brothers are coming out now. Jimmy and Jay Uso making their way to the ring.
Yeah, Solo was making a challenge for Jacob as well, saying you're a dead man when you get to this building.
Yep. I like that shirt. The Usos are in your city. Number one seller for Jay Uso right there.
Now the question reminds we do have two brands, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The lines are a little blurred between the two of them, but there is two
I don't
brands.
even think the lines even exist anymore.
What do you get when you mix blue and red? That's the color we're playing with now.
If it was the Matrix, then
Right.
a pill you probably shouldn't take. I mean, if the Usos are being moved to SmackDown, I wouldn't hate it.
Right. Solo's just like the look on his face, like I don't care.
I mean,
Like, you're talking to me about what? I don't care.
Yeah, he's got like a not my tribal chief kind of look on his face.
I hope he says when it comes to the OTC, DC, and I don't care. I kind of want that T-shirt, just IDC and the OTC style.
That'd be cool. Ooh.
Ooh. Let's just blur those family lines a little bit more, shall we?
Right. Oh,
Tall is definitely the hired gun for Solo Sikoa.
oh, definitely.
Come on. Hi, DC.
And he said exactly what I thought he was thinking.
I mean, and can you really fault Solo for thinking that?
No.
No, because the last time Solo and Roman shared a ring, they were fighting over who the tribal chief was.
As Sami Zayn has taken a little bit of exception to Cody Rhodes with the words that he used last week.
Mhm.
I was waiting for him to say we're the last of the Mohicans. Like, holy cow.
Sammy's trying to tell Cody that they got to stick together. They're the last remaining quote unquote good guys. Cody is telling Sammy, we're not the same.
Yeah, and Cody
Really
Rhodes and
begs the
Ricky
question.
Saints is up next.
Really begs the question of Sami Zayn. Does he turn on Cody Rhodes?
I think he does.
I mean, hasn't everybody else?
I mean,
Why not? One more.
it could be a good way of. It'd be a good way of shooting him up that ladder and getting him into that title picture.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he leaves the U.S. title. We got Carmelo. We got Cardona. We got Dragunov. Let those four battle it out in that area, and then we can bring the Sammy up to the title picture.
Yep.
I get behind that.
I mean, I think Sammy's last world title match was the Elimination Chamber in Montreal a couple of years ago.
Nope. Royal Rumble this past January.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody remembers Saudi shows. I mean, the fact that Drew McIntyre was a champion this calendar year still kind of surprises.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he won it, what, right before the end of or right at the end of last year, and then lost it right after Chamber.
I already got my email from Club WWE about getting SummerSlam tickets and packages and different bundles you can get. Some reasonable prices. Not that bad.
Yeah, the tickets that they've released right now, the maximum tickets are going to be about $1,000 to $3,000.
Yeah, that's just a ticket.
Mm.
Excuse me.
Well, I kind of wonder if WWE learned a lesson with the 2-day packages for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And maybe are going a different route for SummerSlam. But at the same time,
go ahead.
I was going to say at the same time, cities that bid for WrestleMania do have a tax benefit for WWE. I'm not too sure. I can only presume it would be the same for SummerSlam, but I don't know for a fact if that's a similar thing or not.
Yeah. And we know that after the backlash that Pat McAfee and CM Punk caused for WrestleMania, trying to get them to lower ticket prices, WWE said they were going to start looking into it and potentially lower the ticket prices for at least the rest of this year.
Yes. Which I think they've done.
Now, and I've got to admit, like, I'm going back, to 2007. My travel package to WrestleMania, which had our hotel included and a bunch of extra events, was $5,000 for two people.
Wow. Okay.
But did you know that Goldberg was born and raised in Tulsa?
I did not. See, they say you learn something new every day. Well, I learned something new.
It's the Usos versus Solo Atonga. Now official for tonight. You have to wonder, will that be our main event of the night?
I think you have
And,
to go that route.
Parrish, I believe you pointed out that you wouldn't be surprised if they had new graphics for SmackDown. Well, we're getting new graphics for SmackDown tonight.
That's why I do believe that they watched our programming.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that we have said, and then it changes on the shows within like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Go ahead.
I do advise. I do not work for WWE, but I have definitely thrown out an application online through these videos. But
So real
like,
quick, I just looked it up.
Yeah.
Upper Bowl, way at the back, 2 tickets, $152.10 American. So that's not bad. I'm trying to see if I can get.
I also wonder if this Club WWE is a way for people to avoid paying as much on tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's you get discounts for your regular tickets. You get discounts for like bundle packages. I looked at one bundle package that was tickets for both nights, special backstage passes, the whole like with everything that they're including in SummerSlam, and it's $1,300 for 2. So
Bobby coming in saying WWE use my matches ideas too. Those scallywags, I tell you.
but we have Cody making his way to the ring right now. I still can't believe that he's medically cleared with that eye looking as bad as it does.
Well, it's looking better than it did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that. But I thought he might have broken like an orbital bone
He did.
or had some like eyeball rupture or something. Like,
There was broken orbital bone and eye socket.
wow. And he's back already.
It was actually reported that Cody Rhodes backstage at WrestleMania Night 1 told the host of WrestleMania, "I can't see you."
Wow.
Bubba, do you know who the host of WrestleMania was?
I don't know. I couldn't see anybody there. I just figured they didn't show up.
Oh yeah, sorry. The rule.
Yeah. No, it was John Cena. I know. Well, what a way to make your debut on your show. Then basically come out and challenge the head guy at the table to a match.
This was how Ricky Saints made his AEW debut as well, challenging Cody for the TNT Championship.
I mean,
Yeah,
this match is not for the championship, though.
No, it is not for the title.
But let's say Ricky Saints does get the win over Cody. You got to think that Ricky's going to be like, yo, I want a title match.
Yep.
I mean, what superstar in their right mind wouldn't want the title shot after beating the champ?
I mean, could we see something very similar in the way of the Fatal Influence JC James match? and we see somebody interfere and cost Cody this victory or this match here.
Yep.
I would love to see LA Knight come out and cost this match.
Well,
Stick his nose
I
in
don't
there.
think the thing with Randy Orton and Cody is finished.
No, it's not.
No, that's where I was going with.
Yeah.
As I still firmly
I know.
believe Randy Orton will be the guy to take that title off Cody.
So do we get some respect here at the beginning? A little handshake.
No.
There we go. Oh, okay. That was quick.
And the formula, I guess they did with Sol Ruka and JC Jane more off here, as we're getting Ricky Saints have his first match against one of the big champions.
Yes.
So obviously JC Jane faced off with Rhea Ripley last week. We saw Sol Ruka face off against Liv Morgan.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
now
it's
we
these,
have Ricky Saints going up against Cody Rhodes.
And we
I love
know
how these
from
new superstars that are coming to the main roster are just making a statement as they make their presence felt.
yes. And although we haven't seen it yet tonight, we do know from a vignette last week that Blake Monroe is coming soon.
Mhm.
Where do we see her going? And do we potentially see her tonight if there is another women's match?
Yeah,
don't know about
I would
that,
definitely
but,
advise the U.S. title. It's probably the good position. But a really good pace match between
Yeah.
these two. With Ricky Saints even get the impressive edge right off the bat against Cody. Could this just be a way that Cody maybe took on a challenge a little too soon?
My feeling, yes. I think you should have taken at least another week just to give that extra energy to build up and really heal the soreness and all that.
I mean, they already mentioned how they've previously met. What if Cody Rhodes just didn't expect this version of Ricky Saints in this matchup? Because he seems to be a bit taken aback by what Ricky has done to him so far.
Cody tilting the head back, trying to avoid that arm to the eye.
No, he didn't avoid that arm to the mouth.
He did not.
Now, we have seen in the past superstars get an opportunity right off the bat on the main roster, and then we don't see them capitalize on it.
Yeah.
That's eventually going to happen with someone in the modern time.
Yeah.
Do we think is Ricky Saints?
I hope not.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Best. I hope they don't.
Because I'll ask this. If Cody wins this match, what do you do with Ricky Saints? That's kind of the risk and reward you get if you kind of do this.
Well,
That's why
and
we'll see some interference tonight.
we
Only
saw
to pause that.
we saw it with Mello a couple of years ago because he came in and got Cody in his first match on SmackDown. And then his booking was up and down really until he won the Andre the Giant Memorial a couple of years ago. And they did that whole thing with The Miz.
That was last year. Trying to think, where do you go with Ricky after tonight if he is unsuccessful in this matchup? And I do agree with you, Parrish. I think the only clean way to do this so you can keep Ricky strong is some sort of an interference. But I do see that even if Cody is successful in beating Ricky Saints here, maybe Ricky still tries to pine for a championship match and he ends up in a feud with somebody else who's trying to go after that title. Maybe it's a Sami Zayn or something like that.
Well, right now, Sami Zayn is locked in with Trick still. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Matt Cardona involved in this, because we haven't seen much of him lately. And if we're going to get that replay of kind of, or a quick little recap of their friendship here, what about Matt Cardona and Cody Rhodes' friendship?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a punch square to the eye.
Would, given everything and the dissension between Sami Zayn and Cody, would Ricky Saints versus Sami Zayn not make a little bit of sense there as well?
That's exactly what
I
Bess was
just
saying.
brought that up.
The other suggestion would be, do you maybe go back to the well and go to Saints and Royce Keys?
For me, not right at this moment, no.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do that with two new wrestlers who are just trying to find their place on the roster.
I would love to see Royce Keys and Drew McIntyre be the kind of next reach guy.
Yeah.
I would love to see Saints go against a few people, but my top list right now is I'd like to see him go against LA Knight, would be nice. Matt Cardona would be a good one, I think. And even The Miz, although they are both heel, and I know Miz is doing his own thing, but I think him and The Miz would pair good together in a match.
Yeah, I do like that too. But with their current personalities, I think they'd also be well suited for a possible stable with Kit Wilson.
Yeah.
That could work too. And that's not a like right now kind of matches. That's any point throughout their career. I'd love to see him take on The Miz.
Like if like I basically laid out how you could get to that just by saying them forming a stable.
Exactly.
We got a version of a reverse DDT into a version of the Sister Abigail.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting what he just did there as they recapped it because it was that good. Crowd is actually finally starting to get into this match.
Yeah, I understand the history of Tulsa, Oklahoma, but man, they're getting Corpus Christi.
Revolution DDT. Wow.
Oh jeez. That Corpus Christi, they're not my favorite crowd either.
They're really quiet tonight. Like, I feel kind of odd watching without the crowd being loud.
Well, right now they're just invested in this match and in this story.
Yeah.
Oh, right on his neck. Yeah, that's the end of that match. Holy. That was the hardest I've ever seen anybody take that move. Wow. Oh!
Well, that's
Gunther. Nobody had this on their card.
No.
Well, it checks out because we did see Nick Aldis talk with Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman still owes Gunther.
Oh, Is this the favor being repaid? he's coming after Cody now. But how long is Randy Orton going to sit back and let this happen?
I don't think you need to rush Randy Orton back. I think him taking this time away and playing these mind games sets up. You can bring him back at Backlash or at Saturday night's main event to set up Clash in Italy.
Well, I think this is setting up for either Saturday night's main event or Clash in Italy.
I was just gonna say, I think this is gonna be your main event for Clash in Italy.
I would. That's where I would book it, just because of Gunther's background is European over that area. So yeah, that's where you do this.
Yeah, and because of, I mean, sure, Cody's cleared, but you can clearly see he's still not quite healthy.
He's not 100%. There's no way you're 100%.
Well, and it gives a little bit of build to Clash in Italy, and I wouldn't even hate if Gunther is the one who dethrones Cody Rhodes.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I would get behind that, because Gunther's kind of been growing on me, other than the whole career ender bit that he's been doing, that they had him do. Other than that, he's got some talent, and he could definitely kick some butt.
The one thing I think about Gunther is that he needs a shirt. It's this whole like black plain shirt is not doing it for him. We need like a Ring General shirt, or
where's some of your merch, bro?
Yeah. Or you know what, Gunther? Why don't you wear some of our merch? I mean, you might as well. I mean, you're married to someone in fashion, but we can't tell. So go over to our Redbubble powered shop and check out turnbucklestudios.org/shop.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. All the information to join us is there. Hit the join button, email us your credentials, tell us how you can help us, how we can help you. We will sit down as a collective and find the right fit. While you're there, head over to our shop. As Mr. Parrish mentioned, powered by redbubble.com. Buy the merch, support your favorite shows and your favorite podcasters, wear what we wear. All of the proceeds come back into our studios to bring you a better experience.
Would you guys want Gunther to officially move to SmackDown?
Yes. I think just like with Rhea Ripley, it opens up a new array of opponents for him and allows him to work with some bigger men instead of having to have people punch above their weight.
But even on SmackDown, there's going to be people who are punching above their weight to fight Gunther as well.
Absolutely. But he's got a lack of big men on Raw, other than Obafemi.
Roman Reigns, he's a big guy. Brock Lesnar was there. Otis is there.
Otis ain't going after Gunther.
No. Over here, you have Royce Keys. You have Drew McIntyre. You do have Cody, who is your champion. You've got Talatonga.
I mean, there's Even a Jacob fought too at that point too. Whether we don't really know what show he's on anymore. And there's still speculation of whether or not CM Punk is going to move to SmackDown. So if that's the case, we might even just see SmackDown get a little beefier moving forward.
Oh yeah, for real. We're getting to see Danhausen. Yes,
We are.
Yes, we are.
yes. I love it. Coming on the car again. Yeah, buddy.
I mean, you should just call it the car housing. It's right there.
Yep.
Almost ran into the barricade right there. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. Somebody didn't move the stairs so you could get around. Oh, that's awesome. Oh God, what's he got in the bag?
Maybe it's his money that he got.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that $40,000 that he took. I can see him taking that. If the money is in that bag, I can see him taking that money and going around and just handing it out to the fans.
He bought Danhausen merchandise to throw out. What is he? Wow, he's got a good arm. Holy. Wow. Uh-oh. Here comes the Miz. The awesome one himself. Not looking happy at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, he just lost $40,000.
And however much
Pretty
that
sure.
shirt costs for dry cleaning.
Well, he can't afford it now. He's out a lot of money.
This is the best work I've seen out of the Miz in a long time. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean,
I'm really enjoying it so far.
It's the Miz Hausen now.
I mean, he's not in serious storyline, so I'm okay with it.
No, it's good. I like it.
No, and that's kind of where I think the Miz belongs, is in storylines that do have that comedy
Uh-oh.
element to it.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes it. Will. To me, the Miz has become like that gateway character that helps new baby faces that are coming in. Like we've seen our new baby faces, new wrestlers. We've seen it with Carmelo. We're seeing it with Danhausen. We're probably going to see it with whomever gets the next call-ups by SummerSlam.
We even saw it, like, even when Dexter Loomis got moved up to the main roster.
Yep.
Like, I mean, at some point you wonder who's going to take the first shot and land at Danhausen.
Wow. Oh, not a poem.
I mean, poetry does solve all problems. Said no one ever. Do we think Kit Wilson is going to cheap shot Danhausen?
He might. Or they both might.
I mean, this is not what I had him on my bingo card was.
That's hilarious. Ms. Hausen. You gonna curse him?
He's going to uncurse him and then they attack him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
Or
was
is this
only a
when you
matter
bring
of
out
time
Royce
before
Keith?
the heels.
Somebody's gonna come out and help.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time before the heels had to get the upper hand on Danhausen.
Lights are gonna go out. Oh, that would have been cool just to watch the lights go out.
Well, let's not forget that there was an idea of potentially doing this handicap match at WrestleMania.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if maybe we're working on that towards either a main event or Backlash or one of the events this month.
Okay. Okay. I can get behind that. Not upset about it. Really, Angel and Royce Keys. Well, it was nice knowing you, Angel.
Well, we said the same thing last week or a couple weeks ago when Royce Keys fought Berto. Or was it last week?
It was a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Because we also got the Andre the Giant.
Oh, yeah, last
Memorial
week.
Before that.
Yeah. And last week they did they had a promo package for him.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that this Shawn Michaels documentary they're showing, I wish that they had it on Netflix because I kind of want to watch it.
I mean, I would rather watch that than the Hulk Hogan one. I don't need to be reminded that he once body slammed Andre the Giant in front of 93,000 people. Cool. Which was what, 40 years ago?
Yeah, I watched it. I learned some things about Hogan I didn't even know happened or existed. Like he wore a mask when he first started. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Had no clue. Um, yeah, some things that happen, like they tell you about his childhood, different things like that. Don't want to go too deep into it, but I took something out of it. I kind of ignored the whole Andre the Giant. I'm the first one to ever body. You weren't. We all know that.
But I'll even say this though, like if you're gonna do these documentaries, why not do them on some of your current guys or your current girls, so we can better understand them a little bit? Like, would this not be a good time to do one about like Rhea Ripley or Stephanie McGear or Liv Morgan, or
Oh,
maybe
I,
one on like I don't know Gunther?
I like how you said that, and then Jacob Fought 2 came up because I wouldn't mind seeing one on him. Learn about what his past life was. I know he talks about it on in his promos, but to see it in a more candid light, I'd like to see it that way.
That could be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, or just do one about the entirety of the bloodline, and like it takes like you can do parts, whether it's like
Yeah.
the
That's what the
Usos or
Hogan was.
Roman or Solo, and like
Mm-hmm.
You do parts of the do sections of the family, like you said, the Fatus, and then the rest. Do break them down into three different. Yeah, that would do. I would watch that.
You could really stretch. You can actually stretch out a docu series of the bloodline into multiple seasons if you do that.
yeah,
Well, yeah, you could, but here's the thing: you could also break it down into this season. We're covering these people from the bloodline.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and then do the next season, do the other part, and the next season after that, do another part of
Yeah.
the family. Yeah, you could. I mean, there's so many possibilities. Like you could do a how did the four horsewomen end up being the four horsewomen kind of deal, right? Like where did they come from? Where how did they meet? Well, here's another little
I'll look at
Blake
Blake
Monroe.
Monroe.
I mean, I'd love to see Blake Monroe and Chelsea Green form an alliance.
Well,
I
that'd be
think I think that would be gold.
I
oh
mean, now
yeah.
that Alba Fire's out of the picture,
Yes, that's where I'm going with it.
Whoa. What was that?
Royce Key's music.
He's from California, but his music makes me feel like he's from Louisiana,
Tulsa,
like New
Oklahoma.
Orleans. Pardon me.
So Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right?
Squash match, or does Angel get to get some offense in?
Angel's going to get some offense in, much like Berto did in Royce's debut.
I mean, he'll get his pants off. There we go.
Oh, there's your move right there. That's it. You're dead. Yeah, get out. Run.
that was just basically Royce Keys swatting at mosquitoes there with those punches.
And then he overshoots his attack on Roy's keys. Yes, Angel, you definitely have to use your speed, but once in a while you gotta throw a shot.
No, just run around like a chick with your head cut off. Hope to God he doesn't get here. Get his hands on you. Oh, hi, Birdo. He was just holding him with one hand. Oh my God! Like, just a mammoth of a man. Like, holy. Did you see that entire ring just shifted? Holy.
I was
We might as
actually
well call that a. We just might as well call that a super power slam.
I was waiting for the fall away slam in that situation.
Just
Well, you
all
surprised
that
us all.
weight coming down, plus the force,
Yeah.
had to be gassed. Just take all the wind right out of you.
Oh,
I don't think if I'm ever facing Roy's keys, remind me never to wear white.
like you can
Yeah.
caca yourself. No, just wear brown. You'll be good.
Just say I won't be laughing, but you'll see a couple Snickers.
Yeah. Yep.
Then if you
That's one of my daughter's favorite wrestlers right now. Oh, yay, Miracle. Chelsea Green.
looks like there could be a similar pairing from Alexa Bliss and Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea.
I mean, we did say in the past that they would make a good pairing.
Well, there we go. Next week, Kiana James, Tiffany Stratton. U.S. title match.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like that match.
Yes, and the look that Julia was giving Kiana James lends more to what Best has been angling for, which is the breakup of Kiana and Julia.
I'm not angling for it. I just see that it's going to happen.
Well, as we're getting more Mortal Kombat vignettes, and I can tell you, I do not need to see this again. We're going to play our calendar ad once again. Check this out, people.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays, we roam the jungle with the Boar's Nest at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap Delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day, and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. There is everything we have for you. Go to the show section. You can click on each of the individual shows, and we do want you to meet the team behind the shows. Mr. Best, Mr. Parrish, Bubba Duke, myself, Carl Carafel, and Logan Thompson. Click on our individual links to get our socials and watch our latest weekly live episodic programs. All of that and more at turnbucklestudios.org.
And I do want to let everybody know that the PLE Patrol will be back for Backlash on May 9th.
Yeah, that's a reminder for me to get back into the editing suite for 2 projects again.
Yes.
Go. No time wasting. Get going. Come on. Just kidding. Yeah, it's going to be a busy month because not only do we have Backlash, Clash in Italy, and also Saturday night's main event.
Yes.
But knowing that we do have that tag match later with, no, we do have the women's tag team title match, but we also have the Usos up against Solo and Tulsa. Clearly, Jacob Fatu is going to make his way there. Do we think we see the rest of the MFTs?
I think you gotta.
I'm going to say no. I know where Best is coming from, but I think that with what we saw, he gave Talatonga the night off last week. Now we saw Talatonga lay waste to just about everybody in the tag division.
Ooh.
Well, there's Jacob Fatu.
Now this could be a very intriguing tandem in Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if that was very smart on the MFT's part.
No, but I think it may have given us a picture for what to expect for Royce Keys' first feud.
Solo and Talatonga have taken out Royce Keys and Jacob Fatu after the 2 exchange complimentary words, and looks like there's that cohesiveness between Royce and Jacob. That's a scary duo.
Yes, it is.
But we've got the gingerbread man coming in the ring, and Sami Zayn coming out now.
Yeah, I don't think I have a lot of patience for Sammy in the U.S. title reign much longer. I hope we see one last match between these two, and it's done.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're going to go with that. One final match, and then we're going to see Sammy move on to something else.
As now we're getting a Bob Dylan lesson from Sami Zayn. Bobby coming in saying we need fresh contenders to go after Trick Williams' title after Backlash, and that's where I see Cardona. I see Mr. Carmelo, and I also see Ilya Dragunov, maybe even Johnny Gargano as well. Sammy is absolutely playing the role of suck up to this crowd right now.
It's giving me like early Kurt Angle vibes, because remember when he came in, he was supposed to be like I'm the drink the milk good guy thing, but everybody was booing the ever living snot out of him. But then Kurt Angle would also, like, in his promo, subtly insult the city that he was in.
As Sami Zayn is saying the Ginger Man represents Trick Williams more, as he is a shell of himself wearing a costume.
There's a part of me that's looking to see if the gingerbread man is going to come to life and take Sammy out.
From what I could tell, it's a mannequin underneath it. I haven't seen it breathe or move at all, unless Sammy's moving.
I mean, that gingerbread outfit has got a lot of TV time in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
The newest superstar right there.
All right. Just bring Trick Williams out, please. It's just hard to get through. No, I think Sami Zayn has lost it.
Yeah.
It's a ginger snap. Oh, he's ripping the arm off it and everything.
Throw it in the crowd. Throw it in the crowd. Throw it in the crowd. Come on. Okay, so let me get. Trick Williams is saving a gingerbread man from an attack.
And he's stopping the ginger snap.
All right, and I think it's official that we're flipping the two.
I think so.
Yeah. Like I said, Sami Zayn was giving off early Kurt Angle heel vibes with that promo. Acting like he's the babyface when really nobody likes him.
Trick Kiffin, the X side for the gingerbread man.
That's what he's like, get in here. He hurt.
He's even signaling for the trainer to get in. You might just say that the gingerbread man is now the ginger dead man. And yeah, that was a reference to the B-level horror movie starring Gary Busey.
I knew it.
I didn't.
Well, you got to watch movies to get it. So
Yeah. It's on Tubi.
No, that's Shakespeare.
I don't know why, but you just made me imagine Gary Busey playing Shakespeare.
All right, I got Charlotte and Paige on my screen, and I couldn't be happier.
Right?
The thought of them, and then I'm seeing Arby's. All right. Now we're talking. But needless to say, this is probably going to assume that we are going to get our tag team title match of the women coming up next, as the Irresistible Forces are now on our screen with the ever so charismatic Byron Saxton. I'll reiterate his questions. You two are about to have a match with the tag team champions. What do you guys hope happens here tonight? Do you want to become two-time tag team champions, or are you looking to lose tonight?
This is basically the same question he asks everybody who's challenging for a title.
Yeah. We need a tag name for Brie Bella and Paige. just a little.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of like this person and that person. Okay, let's do something here. But it would be interesting if when the day that Brie Bella and Paige do drop these tag titles, what brand we're going to see Paige on, as she's only wrestled on SmackDown. She has appeared on Raw, but again, no matches. So could it be safe to say she's a SmackDown superstar?
That's that's a question that's going to have to be answered when they drop the tag titles.
I'm going to say yes, because that is where she had the majority of her success in WWE previous.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'll be very intrigued with it. What do you think, Bubba?
Yes, I don't think it matters where she goes. She's going to be an attraction for as long as she's there. I would like to see her stay in SmackDown, but at the same time, to put the world championship around her waist for the first time, I think that would be really nice. So
I'm going to say, I'm going to say put her on Raw for the same reason OMD that mentioned that she had her success on SmackDown. Put her on Raw, so now she builds on this current run her success over on Raw.
Okay.
I mean, I would not hate a Becky Lynch versus Paige Intercontinental title match.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate Paige going after the United States Championship. I actually just wouldn't mind seeing an upwards trajectory on Paige. Now, we know how good she was, but let's kind of get back to that building herself up, because I think she could be a very good comeback story for WWE.
Yeah. Would you, though, put Paige in the same light as AJ Lee and have her come out more as an attraction as opposed to being a regular competitor?
I think
No,
that
I think
depends
she'd
on
be a
what
regular competitor.
I was going to say that depends on what the terms of her contract are. I don't think we really know if that's a full-time or a part-time contract.
Well, I know Bobby's coming in saying SmackDown or Raw Paige would be great. But Paige versus Liv Morgan is a match he would say would be nice as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope to see Paige in some stories. And
Yeah.
I think moving after this match, I'd like to see somewhat of an angle to what we're doing with the tag titles, because those women's tag titles, in my eyes, have been the best tag title in WWE, and it's because there's something always going on with them.
Yeah, and to be fair, I love that we have all these dream matches for Paige, because let's face it, when she left the WWE, however long ago, the landscape of women's wrestling was completely different then to what it is now.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask this question because I know we've all heard about it, saying, what about teaming up Paige and AJ Lee? What I'm going to suggest is, do you go back and unite the Bellas, Paige, and AJ as a women's faction?
Sorry, but well, if Trick Williams is playing the part now of the baby face, I am hoping the day he drops this title, we see a reformation of Trick Mello.
And we're getting Trick Williams and Sami Zayn at Backlash.
Am I the only one that saw Brie Bella's graphics for like a good 6 seconds before the music?
Nope, because I saw it too.
Like, was there ever Paige side plates made, or is this the first title she's worn that's had side plates?
I
First
think this is
title
the
she's
first
ever
belt
won.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. At the very least, I would put a Brie Bella side plate on Paige's and then put a WWE logo one on Brie's. I thought the tag champions were supposed to have one of their each other's.
You do see a lot of tag teams doing that. But yeah, she needs something. Like, come on.
Well, at this point, it's been like 2 weeks. They had plenty of time to make a side plate.
I mean, unless we see new champions now, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, why go through all the trouble of making a Brie Bella one?
Because I think they already had those made.
Yeah. I thought they had Paige side plates before when she just had her that P.
I think too
No.
now they get their own custom side plates when they enter the Hall of Fame. So I think both Bellas have their own side plates.
Yeah, I never thought about that actually.
Now, last week we saw Fatal Influence disrupt Paige and Brie versus Charlotte and Alexa. And then JC took out Rhea earlier, or took on Rhea. We saw JC beat Charlotte earlier, of course. Do we see Fatal Influence again step up in this match?
They'd be smart not to. Because you got Nia Jackson, Lash Legend on the other side. And Nia and Lash would love nothing more than to win back the tag team titles.
If Paige and Brie Bella defeat the Irresistible Forces, I wouldn't be surprised to see a post-match beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you can keep Lash and Nia on the side of Fatal Influence.
Yeah, if it ever happened to happen during the match, though, that's where you would have raised the ire of Lash and Nia. What conspicuous by her absence, and I got to assume she's just not there because she's got to relax her injury at some point. But no Nikki Bella at ringside.
Yeah, and it was the same last week too. We didn't see Nikki.
I think too, a tag team we could potentially see enter the fray here. Let's not forget the women of Judgment Day. Could they make a play at the tag team championships?
Absolutely, they could. And again, could we see Bailey and Lyra show up?
I mean, it was several months ago that they laid their claim after wanting to go after the gold in the Judgment Day. And it's been Liv's mission to become a golden team again.
We better throw some shades to Jessica Carr on commentary. Now the question goes, if Nash and Lash, or if Nia and Lash do not win the titles back, what do you do with them as a tag team?
See, I want to see feuds between women's tag teams that aren't for the tag team titles. Because as we talked about last week, sometimes having these feuds just to see who gets the number one contendership could be just enough to get you invested. And I'd like to see a little bit more of that.
Yeah.
Again, I think you might have to consider, and I know that they don't typically do it because they like to keep families together, but maybe you move them to Raw.
And could you put them back at the bottom and just let them destroy their way back to the top?
Would you even consider moving them into baby faces?
Yeah.
I could see it.
I like the move here of having Paige as the one who gets that hot tag and letting Brie be the one who takes the punishment. Completely okay with that.
Yeah.
Now, Paige did say on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, she's fully aware that, and she's more criticizing of herself of how small she looks to be, and she does plan on putting on some muscle. Now, I'll say this. I don't see any rust on Paige whatsoever.
No.
No. One of the things that still blows me away about Paige is like the woman is only 33 years old, but yet she's got like what is it, like 18 years still in the business.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would have been too hard for her to work through any sort of rust that she may have had.
Yeah, definitely in a short amount of time, she has gone through a lot in her life, whether it's stints in WWE, now on a second one, stint in AW, almost having your career ended by a neck surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, as Brie Bella gets the pinfall on Nia Jax.
Yeah, and I think it was because of that veteran aspect of Paige there, because she came in and knocked Nia off the ropes from doing the Annihilator, and allowed Brie to capitalize on that.
But enough of a presence, though, from Brie Bella to at least be aware enough to get to that pin, and knowing that due to the size of Nia, getting that angle on her was enough to get that 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Gingerbread Man.
On that note, I'm playing ads. Just all of them. Enjoy.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays we roam the jungle with the Boar's Nest at 9 p.m. Friday we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown SecuiryDetail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room Presents Wrestling Recap delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day, and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, we remind you that turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. Can you guys hear me?
Not that well. So as you fix the audio, I'll let everybody know to go to turnbucklestudios.org, the official website of Turnbuckle Studios. And if you want to hit /shows, that is the best way for you to get your fix on all those episodes and all those shows. You can find the latest episodic shows on just a click of a button. You can also hit /join if you are interested in pursuing a career and joining the Turnbuckle Studios family. So hit /join if you want to tap in. And then if you want to look the part and you want to sponsor one of our shows and even represent and help us support, please hit our shop. It's powered by Redbubble, but we would love to see what your favorite show is, unless you just want to rock out that beautiful Turnbuckle Studios logo. And remember, if you purchase one of those shirts and you want to let us know, just send us a DM and we will thank you live on a stream. Once again, that is turnbucklestudios.org.
Yeah. So my mic had switched to the other one. Switched to USB 2 instead for whatever reason. So
Bad computer.
Did Danhausen curse your computer?
He must have.
Oh, look. Good old Tiffany Stratton goes down to Minnesota to show every single one of the Vikings fans what a championship looks like, and also to help promote SummerSlam Night 1 and 2, as she is a Minnesota native. SummerSlam's going to look sweet in that stadium, though.
I was just going to say, like, despite me not being a fan of the Vikings either, US Bank Stadium's actually a gorgeous stadium.
And we have Gunther live on SmackDown next Friday. And we can only assume Cody Rhodes is going to have a little payback in mind, as well as Tiffany Stratton going up against Kiana James for the United States Championship. And there's your 6-woman tag match scheduled for next Friday. Fatal Influence takes on Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley, your WWE Women's Champion. And
yeah, the funeral of the gingerbread man. Oh, geez. This is if the guys at WrestleCrap are watching this is what's going to be inducted in about 6 months. I guarantee it. But yeah. So was that Sammy just basically accepting the challenge?
yes. The Matchhausen. So now at Backlash, it's Danhausen and a mystery partner against Kit Wilson and The Miz.
That's interesting. And that's what I thought was going to happen at WrestleMania.
Well, get ready to do the deed, OM Dynamic. I know you're a yeeter. Get prepared to yeet. It's time for the main event. Usos up against Solo Sikoa and Tala Tonga. Which is good because we have about 20 minutes left. So that's a good 19 minutes for eating and a minute for the match.
Yep.
Yep.
But I think it's safe to say not only will we get Jacob Fatu involvement, now Royce Keys is added to the party, and I don't think the MFTs know exactly what they were doing when they attacked him.
Right.
Yeah.
And given what we saw on Monday, do we have to factor the possibility of Roman Reigns into this equation?
Maybe.
I think this is more about to build what the MFT are going to be doing. And maybe where we're going with Jacob Fatu post Backlash.
But it's kind of like now we have three sides of the coins with the Samoans. You're either on Team Roman, you can be on Team Solo, or you can be on Team Jacob.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting how there's now multiple sides of the Samoan coin. Where do you guys stand with the Samoan stuff? Are you sick of it, or do you still want to see it moving forward?
I've been saying they need to separate them for a long time.
Yeah, I don't need to have. I mean, even this, the Usos versus MFTs tonight, I don't really need this as a match. I understand why, because you've got Jacob at the center of controversy between both sides. But this is something that they need to do away with. I don't even want to see the bloodline come back, even though it sort of seems like that's what they're trying to build towards.
Yeah. And I'm curious to see how the Royce Keys partnership with Jacob is tied into all this.
I'm going to say it probably leads to a feud between Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys.
I'm wondering if it's going to, and I'd see where you're coming from, because we've also seen Solo trying to petition Royce to join the MFTs. Do we maybe get a tag match, Royce and Jacob, and then afterwards they go their separate ways, and then they'll just collide, and maybe you build a rivalry out of that?
Well, I wouldn't say go their separate ways. I say Jacob turns on Royce, and then we get Royce Keys and Jacob Fatu. Possibly at like SummerSlam, perhaps, maybe.
But let's not forget, if Jacob Fatu is victorious at Backlash, he becomes a member of the Raw roster.
Yeah.
So there's always that wrinkle in the system as well.
This is true.
It's no different from how Rhea became a SmackDown superstar when she defeated Jade Cargill at WrestleMania.
Yep.
But I'm wondering, and just hear me out here on this one. I'm wondering what Jacob thought too, going after Roman, and now Gunther going after Cody. I wonder if this is a way to actually trade the titles from SmackDown to Raw and Raw to SmackDown.
Potentially.
I don't think it's a way to divide the titles or trade the titles. But I think it is a way to shake up the rosters and diversify them.
Yeah, because from what we know, there could very well just be maybe a trade in place. Jacob Fatu for Gunther.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe we even see a similar one with CM Punk, and maybe it's Drew McIntyre, since we haven't seen him on SmackDown in a few weeks.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because you're mentioning CM Punk, and that's exactly where I was going to go. We saw his promo with Cody, and Cody said, the shot's yours whenever you want it. We know that Punk beat Gunther at SummerSlam last year. Gunther never got his rematch because, of course, the Seth Rollins cash in. Do you build to a triple threat?
Yeah, I mean, that's very likely. As much as I like this entrance for Solo, the green, I don't know why, doesn't work. And I kind of would have that with Oba instead of Solo.
Yeah.
I said the same thing when Io Sky was doing the green stuff with Oba Femi, and they changed up Io's Titantron.
But it went back to it on Monday. She had the green back on Monday.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
I'm also wondering with some of these superstars if their graphics, when expanded on bigger stages like WrestleMania, don't look as one or two like colors. Like if there's more complementary colors in the video, but we don't see it on the smaller stages.
Right.
Not gonna lie, like I'm pretty used to it right now, but not gonna lie, I miss the days when Titantrons used to have like you'd see the logo and then like quick shots of the wrestler in action. I kind of miss that.
Yeah, sort of like back when you had the multiple screens to create the Tron, and you'd see Bret Hart's logo start flashing in the different screens, and same with HBK's.
Yeah, and then you'd see like quick shots of like Shawn Michaels throwing the super kick, Bret Hart slapping on the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
This might be the strategy that the Usos need to do is keep Solo in that ring and keep Tala standing on that apron.
Yep.
And you have to think how easy your night is when your job just means, oh, we get to just beat up baby brother for money? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is something that the Usos and Solo had to have done as kids anyway, so.
And do want to let everybody know the dates of our incoming PLEs will be May 9th, Sunday for Backlash, Saturday, May 23rd for Saturday night's main event, and then also on the 31st of May, which is a Sunday for Clash in Italy.
Yes.
Just so they have their dates. But this is a good little piece of like knowledge, knowing that last week we didn't see Teletonga and speculations arose of what was going on as we saw and heard of all the releases and departures.
Yeah.
And then come to be, it was just some time off to nurse an injury. So it's good to see Talatonga not hurt in a serious way and
Yes.
is back
Yeah.
on our screens.
Yeah, I was really worried because based on what we're seeing, what we've seen tonight with Talatonga, this has been a Talatonga very heavy show. I think the future is very bright for him in the WWE. I love how tonight they've just showcased how much of a monster Talatonga is. Because let's not forget, we think we could see Royce Keys and Jacob Fott too, but we may even see Damian Priest and R-Truth come out, because
Yeah.
they may take exception for what happened to them at the hands of Talatonga earlier tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's just MFTs, right? They are making a lot of enemies. And
Yeah.
you might have 5 in your faction, but now you have the Usos against you. You have Royce Keys, you have Jacob Fatu, and now the tag team champions.
Yeah.
So, already, if those 6 decide to come together,
Yeah.
And I mean,
You're
let's not
outnumbered.
forget, you touched on it earlier too, Parrish. You've got the 3 sides of the coin: Team Roman, Team Jacob, or Team MFT. But we saw a couple of weeks ago, the Usos came out wearing their jerseys, much like Jacob. Do we see them potentially turning on Roman and joining Team Jacob to leave Roman again on the island? I'm going to
I
put the
don't-
same question out there for Solo Sikoa. We've got the history between Hikuleo or Talatonga, Tamatonga, and Tongaloa, along with JC, wrestling internationally together. Do we see Solo maybe as the outsider in the MFTs that once he gets booted is going to need some backup, and Jacob leads the MFTs after using the Tongan Death Grip?
yeah, I don't know. Because like the only thing I have that would connect Jacob and Royce Keys is that they come from similar backgrounds in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that is something that we're seeing, could we just get more similar people from that kind of a background? So then you'd have to look at, okay, who had kind of the rough upbringing. And I don't know. Like, that's why I'm very curious to what this partnership between Royce Keys and Jacob is.
Right.
Because if I'm Jacob Fatu, I'm not throwing away a partnership with Royce Keys for one with Tala and Tonga. Tama, maybe. Okay, I'd want him on my side, but
Yeah. And let's not forget the man who's been planting the seeds for a possible dissension between the MFT, and that's Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen him for a while either.
Yeah. But the MFT doing what they do best and double teaming right now.
But Jimmy Uso getting out of the way, that Samoan spike.
Oh, man, Solo hit that ground hard.
Jimmy trying to swim across the ring for little brother Jay. And then does his best R-Truth dive.
Did Solo or Tala mention where the rest of the MFT are tonight?
No.
No, but it was stated that they could be nursing injuries because remember it was Tonga Loa, Tamatonga, and JC Mateo all taking brutal shots by Jacob Fatu last week, especially with the uses of the chair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Solo did say in his promo earlier, yeah, the rest of the MFTs aren't here. They all got laid out by Jacob.
Yeah. That was one of the nicest spears Jey Uso's hit in a very long time.
Yeah.
Oh. And the X Factor Tala Tonga really coming into play in this match.
Yeah.
Like I said, this night has been all Talatonga. Really showcasing his power and his size tonight.
Wait. Use his size to get out of the way. Well,
For a second, I thought Jacob was one of the Usos.
Jacob is taking down Talatonga with multiple shots to the ring post.
Oh, now he's got his hands on the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, now Solo eating the Tongan death grip.
Yes, Jacob had the fingers taped.
Yeah.
Old school Haku there, because Haku used to do the same thing, and he did it as Ming as well. Beautiful fall away slam. Or
Yeah.
Samoan drop.
Samoan drop through the table.
And Jacob Fatu just single-handedly taken out every member of the MFTs in a span of 2 weeks.
Further proof that he does not need Roman or the Usos.
Now here he is staring down the Usos.
The question is, do we see an attack here?
And the crowd is chanting OTC. Oh, he just blows through them.
So the question does have to be asked. Do we see the Usos? Like, we have speculated over the last few weeks, but also what OM Dynamic you said earlier. Do we see the Usos trade off and side with Jacob Fatu?
Yeah.
But Jacob Fatu, once again, reigning tall at the end of another show. That is 4 television shows in a row where the person you're talking about at the end is Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And honestly, I got to think that if Roman's sitting at home watching this right now, he's thinking, what have I got to do to beat this guy?
Yeah. With what we've seen, does this make Jacob Roman's toughest competitor in all of his time as champion?
It depends on if he's victorious or not.
Yeah.
I think that question is going to be better asked after Backlash. And that is how the show ends, with Jacob Fatu telling the Usos to tell the OTC he's coming for Roman Reigns at Backlash.
And already, in the span of 2 weeks, for just a 2-week build, I can't wait to see this match.
Right?
Well, that being said, we are at that end point. What are your guys' takeaways from SmackDown? OM Dynamic, let's start with you.
Very solid show. I mean, we got a lot of entertainment as well as the seriousness from, of course, the MFTs, the Usos, Jacob Fatu, Royskis. You had the comedy bits with Danhausen, The Miz, and Kit Wilson. The only thing I could have done without was Sami Zayn droning on for 15 minutes about the gingerbread man and then sending a mannequin to the trainer's room, and now we're getting a funeral. I can do without that. But other than that, solid show. I am excited for Backlash, and I cannot wait to see what next Saturday night has to bring.
What about you, Best?
Yeah, my big takeaway was this was as I already said, this was a show about Talatonga and how powerful he is. I mean, he just dominated everybody, and he still looks strong coming out of Jacob Fatu taking him out. So, as I said about Talatonga earlier, the future is very bright for this gentleman. My low point too was the Sami Zayn thing, but I'm taking a wait and see approach on that one as well. What about you, Parrish?
Yeah, I'm not taking a wait and see approach. I don't care about a gingerbread man, and I don't care about this. I understand as this is kind of making the transition of Sammy to a heel, Trick into a babyface a little bit more known, but I feel it's just too much stupidity in a feud that really should have a little bit more seriousness to it. But again, we saw the debut of Ricky Saints. He had a great match with Cody Rhodes. Hopefully he is okay from that crossroads because it looked like he landed pretty high up on his potential neck. So love that. I also loved what we saw from a rebound from Fatal Influence, what we got last week. Now, we don't get the crowd deafening boos, but we definitely see a lot of statements made from that. JC Jane defeats Charlotte Flair. I mean, that's a big time win over a big time legend in the women's division. So I'm going to be curious to see how they are in their group debut next week. So I'm very intrigued with everything we're going on. And what can you say about Jacob Fatu? But man, should they put the title on him? That I think is the big question.
Mm-hmm. And OMD, what are those words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at the SmackDown Security Detail and Turnbuckle Studios, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
Lights go down, the sirens sound. You know what time it is.